I hit a button. What button did I push? There we go. Fix the button. Hello. Hi. I break things. That's what I do. Welcome in, everybody. Hello. We are here for cozy stream of just Kazuha, who I've met like once, maybe twice. No, we met him like at a tournament, I think, and then like he helped us with like a battle. There's too many characters. I need to catch up. Hello, Tim. Hello. And then my goal is, if we get done fast enough, I'll try and sneak in Tignari's in too. But these feel like they've been like so long that, I don't want to say so long, but they're long enough where like I can't do them multiple. I can't do multiples in a single sitting. Oh, hi. Hello. Hello. Is it being goofy? I think it's being goofy. It was working earlier. Like I did my testing. It was working. Now it's like not doing the highs. I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed all of you miserably. But hello. Oh, now there's an ad. Okay, ad is over. Okay, now we're good. Hello. I'm in between places. But how are you guys doing? My nose is very stuffy because I slept in my room with my cats. And, I need to clean that room. I just sat down. I have hydrated. I have postured. It's too soon for me to have a bad posture. Wrong button. This button. Too much Elder Dragon. I'm like trying to run with the wrong button. I suffered through 3 ads, exactly the same ad 3 times to watch you. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have
perma debuff. Yeah,
then.
very much a permanent debuff. Absolutely. There have been many memorable events that I can't remember because I'm just like trying to do as much of this as I can.
We've definitely made some progress on our
Granted,
journey.
I probably would forget about them anyway because like when as these came out, they were so spread out that I probably would have forgotten them anyway too. Wait a moment. What are we waiting a moment for?
What's up?
There's a bad guy. Why is there a bad guy? Apparently, be careful. Someone's coming. Ooh, oops.
Hey! What the heck was that for?
Oh, oh gosh. I am forgetting how to do all my buttons. There we go.
Let's convince him to calm down a little.
There we go. Okay. Like, buttons? Buttons are where? Enjoy Paimon. She might change soon. I heard she might be changing soon. I thought that was very interesting.
Oh, so you don't have a vision after all. Seems
No.
like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of
But yeah, I
Kazuha?
heard that she's like,
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he
unofficially
possesses an animal
getting
vision.
fired. It feels like it's a I think a friend of mine worded it best, that it's a, hey, you either quit or we're going to do the paperwork to fire you type of, that's the situation it felt like with Paimon's actress, is exactly how that felt. Why are you looking for this person?
That's none of your business.
What do you mean it's none of our business? It's always our business because we put our nose in everyone's business.
You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm
Thank you for
wasting
the
my time.
package. Hello, bear.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
Couldn't agree more. Very smart for once.
Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even if this guy gets to challenge Kazuha to a duel, he won't be able to beat him. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go fight Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back.
Actually, I have a hunch.
Oh? What kind
What is our hunch? I think this guy may have a special connection to Kazuha.
A special connection?
I can't say for sure, but I feel
beyond
like their
already
fighting
knowing
styles
each
are kind
other?
of similar.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Just cutting off Paimon, just like where she's at.
But then again, most people.
It's okay,
look
all my
pretty
old
much the same
streams
once
are
they
gonna be
start
like
fighting, so
archival
that doesn't
information
really
for this
prove
voice
anything.
actress anyway, if they cut her.
Anyway, there's no time to lose.
I am
Let's
wondering
go
if they're gonna
so we
backfill
won't
the
get into any
voices.
danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's kind of the vibe I was getting, which is why, again, I'm kind of going back through and doing the character stories to a little bit buy me time to, like, see what they figure out. Because reading just makes me really tired. That's why I can only do, like, one DK event at a time. Like, it's exhausting. Meanwhile, I can only read one event at a time, but I'm thinking about pushing through as many chapters as I can in one stream to just see how far I can get now with that new quick battle feature and stuff. So, and that's all read. So hopefully I can just jump through those. That'd be nice. Sorry, I'm pretty stuffy. You guys can enjoy the pitter-patter of the rain.
Company for a while.
But yeah,
There'll be
that's what
plenty
I
of
was
time
understanding,
for
is that they're
work
going to be
later.
replacing a lot of the voice actors. Oh, that's way further out than I thought it was. Hello? Boop. But it makes me wonder, though, if they're going to go backfill it or if they're just going to leave it like they did. Well, I guess they didn't actually change Paimon's voice actress. They just... She just changed her voice over time. Where are we going? Where are we going? Ah, here we go. There we go. Not that I care much for playing the Japanese dub. Hey, again, reading, the fact that this is voice acted, it helps me out quite a bit.
Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
I think that's the same issue why I can't watch a lot of subs, or at least I can't binge a lot of subs, because I just get so tired. Same thing when I read a book. I can get through a couple pages and then I just fall asleep. Or I just associate reading with sleeping. I'm not sure.
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha.
What did Kazuha
If it's because of that
do?
battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did.
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Oh, is my program being stupid?
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
Hang on, let me try restarting it. It's this one audio program. Or not audio program. I pulled so I get the game capture straight from the PlayStation, but the audio is not straight from the PlayStation. It has to run through another program to get captured. Yeah, that sounds right. Hopefully me resetting that fixed it, because it's always crunchy for me. Like always. There we go. Is it really as big of a deal as everyone's making it out to be? You would compare it to the technique Baido uses to strike down Haishan?
Really? Wow. When
These
you
are
put it
names.
like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people
I
from
hope
the Tenryo
that
Commission.
stupid
They said they had something important to discuss
tape
with him.
recorder quality was
I
not
thought they'd come to
computer
arrest him
wide for
first.
me, because I will
Turns
be
out they
very
couldn't have been
upset.
friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
See if I can
Just
get
a
this
little
book
while
on the
ago,
side.
this would have been completely unimaginable.
Whoop. The shogunate probably wants to show some goodwill. After all, the raided shogun's mindset has changed.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryou Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
I'm going through my stuff, and it doesn't tell me. Oh, it's a mixer. That's why. That's why. $48. That one's good. It should be fine. It could be OBS. I mean, you do an update or something. But every time I do an update, it feels like something breaks. Point made here. I did an update not too long ago. It feels like every time I update something, something breaks. Like, tremendously. So I do apologize. Oop. Hello! Hello, hello. I will call you internet bot. That's what you are on this side. Hello. Cozy quick stream. We're doing stories and stuff today.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaedahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the shogunate.
Didn't we already
Your hard
like
work has
repeal
secured for us the
victory
agreeable state
hunt
of
decree?
affairs
Am
that
I
we now
that far
enjoy.
behind?
Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes. And for that,
I have
I'm deeply
it.
grateful.
I've never actually played
The
it.
Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at
I've never
resolving,
actually played
or at least
Terraria.
easing the tensions that have built up over the years.
I'm sure, from what I
The
understand, I'm sure I'd
Tri-Commission has
like
made the
it.
recommendation to use this opportunity
Right
to
now, I'm
restore
trying to
the honor of the
100%
Kaedahara
my
name.
crime scene cleaner.
Regarding the
I
history
still
of the Kaedahara
have like
clan,
I think
trust
5
that
more
you're
toilets
already
to flush to get like all
somewhat
the
informed.
achievements. I've heard a thing or two.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the shogun directly, responsible for upholding and
I wouldn't
further
mind.
developing
I
the
don't-
traditional blade forging arts of
If
the
it's like
Almighty
a co-op
Shogun.
thing, I
The
don't
Kaedahara
know,
clan belonged
but
to this class.
I still need
But
to
there
like
came a
figure
time when
out
some
how
of
I
these
would do
bladesmiths
co-op
revolted
stuff.
and fled to
I did just
Snezhnaya.
make a repo
Both the
event.
Kaedahara and Kamisato
Like those
clans
type
were
of
held
things I'm
accountable
totally
for
down for
lax
co-op. But
oversight
like co-ops and games
and
I'm kind of
entered a period
iffy
of
on
great
because some
turmoil.
people will like come in with like
We later
overpowered
learned that the
stuff
whole
and like
misadventure had
take
been
all the fun out
secretly
of it.
orchestrated by the Fatui, attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedahara clans
I am
was
also
neither
very
proper
booked for the next
nor
one.
just. Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his
He's not the
achievements,
proxy clan
but
head.
also
I thought he
receive
was
recompense for
the
the
clan
excessive
head.
punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing
that's
further
me, Fun
harassment
Killer.
of the Bladesmith
No,
clans
Bear,
by
you're
the
pretty good
Fatui,
about it.
we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations
Hello,
into
person
these
on
matters.
YouTube. Hello.
We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume
Nice.
that this
I'm not to the point of
magnanimous
farming
gesture
streams
does
yet.
not come
Not
without some
that point.
strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will
Oh, so
finally
he
come
made
to
his
an
own
end.
sword? That's cool.
You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life
But
among
yeah,
the
I'm definitely not
elements.
at the part of
I
farming
fear I
stuff.
would no
All of
longer
my
feel at
people
home
are
behind
very
the tall
bad.
walls of a
They're
stately
leveled
abode.
to like
Yet my
almost where they need to
ancestors
be,
did
but
indeed
otherwise
take
they're very
great
bad.
pride in the name of Kaedahara.
I don't think I can
and
raise
the
my
art of
adventure
blade
cap any
making for
further.
which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the
Oh, okay.
malicious
I
rumors
see.
currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
I have to see what I have it on. I don't know.
Rumors? Oh,
I think it's on
we heard
Xbox,
the
I'm
way
not
here
sure.
was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaedahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay.
That doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
You used to get a whole bunch of like super cheap
This is
deals on
precisely why I
Xbox. That's
encourage you to
probably
give our
why I
offer
think
some
I have it
serious
there.
thought.
I have a lot
It
of
stands to
like
benefit
older
all of
games
us.
just on Xbox because of that. They have more
Please
sales
allow me
than
some time to consider. In
Sony
fact,
does. And
let
then
us
like
put this
until
discussion on hold for
recently,
the moment.
I couldn't really handle PC games.
Well then,
I'm at a point where I'm like,
What
I
brings
still
the
might
two
not
of you
handle
here?
PC games.
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing.
But that may be just a issue with
why
either my
would such
computer
a
or myself, though.
dangerous individual be looking for me?
Do you have any siblings? Could it be someone you trained with under the same master? Because the other guy has the same sword stuff as you?
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you. My
You
fighting
should
forms were
shout
taught
that
to
from
me
the
by my
rooftops, Bear,
family,
in the Discord.
based on techniques
You should totally put that on
developed for blade
announcements
testing.
because people were interested in
We
playing with
undergo
us.
rigorous training to
That way they
standardize
have more of an
every
ability
motion the blade
to
is
give
put
things
through,
if they want
so
to.
that each can be fairly assessed for
For
quality.
those raid bosses
Over
you
time,
mentioned.
these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a
I would
full
add the
repertoire of
floofs,
combat
though.
forms.
At
Those
Floofs.
forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy was a serious nutcase.
We don't know that. We kicked his
Indeed.
ass pretty
He
easily.
sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also
He's
need
so,
some
like,
time to consider your
soft-spoken.
offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track
He's
down
like so
your
gently
aggressor.
spoken.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Okay. I was like, I have to make sure she's done talking because I always cut her off. Whenever they're like not present and they're like talking, I just always cut them off by accident. It's not on purpose. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Can I just go this way as a shortcut? Flowers! Sadly, Bear has to go take a silly vacation with his family. There's not going to be another Borderlands stream for another week. How dare he? Oh, where are we going? Down. Okay. We could have. But
Hey there.
we can allow people to get it for free and like catch back
Know
up.
if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaedahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
I need to get through my
Oh,
character quest.
You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of
So,
immediate
like,
interest. Mr. Kaedehara
I
is
might
currently
do
the
like a
talk of the
Saturday
town,
stream where
so
I'm
there are
doing
always a
nothing
lot
but
of
this.
people
I don't
looking
know
for
yet.
him.
Or a
To
Sunday
be honest
stream.
with you, our
just
detective
knock out a
agency
couple
has
quests.
recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora? Whoa!
How much do I even have?
Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course.
Like, how much
no
mora
matter
do
what,
I
we
even
only
have?
take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of
350.
other people's day-to-day
I hoped I had
life just for the
350
sake
million.
of
That'd be
it.
great.
Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads, and I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
Hang on, I have noise going on behind me. I have to go check it out to make sure, like, kids as in kittens are not destroying something. So I'm gonna be like right back. Okay, so it's just I separated my kittens, and I have my old lady and the annoying one locked up, and the big floofy dark one out because he never gets solo time with me. And he's like, "Hey, mom, you're like playing video games. I'm gonna go play with this box." But it sounded like he was like really digging into something, so I wasn't sure. But all is good. All is good. The bear revolution does not begin. No. No. No bear revolution.
Does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
Is this your way of giving praise, or it was also not easy for me to fight him off? No, it was easy for us to fight him off. So is this you giving
I
us
am
praise?
well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though.
No attack?
Let me tell you about it
How's
just in case.
strange?
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right, then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time.
They ran away together.
One of them
Done.
is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
I can't ever keep these names straight.
Right. Yuya
I need
is
to
the
have
nephew of
like
Amenoma
lore video
Togo,
status
the
where they
owner
show a
of
picture
Amenoma
of
Smith.
so and so and like the
Two
spider web of
grown
who
men
they're
going
connected
missing
to,
at
or
the
I'm gonna
same
just forget
time.
who they are. I had like
Their
a
cases
graph
are likely connected,
when
but I don't know much in
when
the
we
way
were
of
playing Elden Ring
details.
for the first time.
I
Like I
recall
had like
this
an
because
actual like little
Amenoma
hand
Yuya
graph of
is
like, okay, this
also
person's
an
related to this
accomplished martial
person.
artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps
Especially when all their
he is the
names are
one you
similar.
looking for.
It was so
Understood,
rough.
though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Let's consider this a favor for Ryuji, and we'll investigate both incidents at the same time, because again, we put our nose in everyone's business.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
How's your day been so far? Oh, it's been good. I'm a little stuffy because I was hanging out with my kitty cat in their room, because they have like a little designated room in my house, so that way the rest of my house smells okay. And so now I'm just super stuffy because I'm really bad about keeping it like dust-free and clean. But otherwise, I am fantastic. I got a nap today. I actually slept pretty good yesterday. That's why we remember that name. It's this guy.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha. What brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
Raiden Gokaden?
Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma. The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties. And just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice.
I guess they're not
day
wrong.
in
If you
and
keep
day
having
out,
sand,
until
or if you keep
both
having
body and
rocks out in
mind
the
have
open,
memorized
it
the
will
craft,
eventually turn to sand.
turning
And
each
of course,
motion
rocks
of
is
every
metal.
technique
They're
into
not
an
wrong.
intrinsic part of the
It's weird
bladesmith's
thinking, but they're not
life.
wrong.
As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
I appreciate
You
it.
overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
That would suck.
We heard
I
that
hate
there
waiting
was
on
a
other people to
collector
like hear
involved in the
stuff.
disappearance too. Know anything about that?
A 7 a.m. react
On the
stream?
morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a
I
very
don't
cryptic
know.
look.
I
and
have
said
to
that
go.
he
I
was
have to be at
going
work.
Give me a great gift.
I work in the
believe
morning.
he went to collect the item from Mr.
That's how I pay my
Nagato.
bills.
After that, the next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back.
Oh. A fire? What?
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused
You'll
it.
talk to me about it.
Unfortunately,
What do
there
you
was very
mean?
little evidence
No.
left behind, so nobody knows what really
I am
happened.
so busy as it is. No.
Do you have any thoughts
No
on what
7
Yuya may have
AMs.
wanted to give you?
If there's a
If I had
7
to
a.m.
guess,
stream,
it
guys,
must have
if there's
been
something
some
that's
kind
that
of
early in
rare
the
weapon.
morning, I don't care your time zone. Like 7 a.m.,
Otherwise,
it could be like
there would have been no
Hawaii
reason for
or
him to get
something.
my hopes up.
7
He's
a.m.
never
means
been
I stayed
particularly
up so
interested in
late
blade
that I was
forging,
awake for 7 a.m.
but
There
has
is something
always had a
wrong.
fondness for blade testing, and can
Actually, I
sense
think
even
7
the
a.m.
most
Hawaii
minute
is like in the
differences in blade
afternoon, but
quality.
still.
He is extraordinarily talented in martial
No,
arts,
I don't want to.
particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person.
He's
He is
super
humble
duper
and
nice.
kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
It's 12:30 for you? Dang!
that
I keep like
so?
attracting people over
Yes.
overseas.
If there's one thing I
So-
can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear with neither farewell nor fair warning.
You're like all the way
I
over
also
there
cannot
in,
know
in
what
like
course of action
Europe.
he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise
No,
compelled by
7 a.m.,
circumstances
no.
unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry, you have our word.
Ah. I mean, that's still Europe.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
We still need to get the info from the Nagato family.
Yes, it sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
I don't, and also all the people from overseas that do watch me like super late. So if I did like a like overseas friendly stream, I don't know if that would mess them up.
Naganohara's fireworks are the best in Inazuma.
Can I just like, there we go. That's honestly just gonna be my excuse of like why I can never do early morning streams. Like it would mess up all my regular viewers because I'm so consistent with my times. She says as next week's gonna be like different times. It's a kitty cat. Hello. Hello.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
That sucks.
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information
I would hate
come
to deal
out?
with debt
Do you know where
collectors.
he's gone?
I'm
You're sure
afraid
they
we
wouldn't
don't
mind if
have
I just
any new
swapped
information
schedules?
at the moment. We're
I was
still
trying to do
find
that
out
for a
as
little
much
bit, whereas
as we can
earlier
to inform
on
our
the
search.
weekends, but they were
With
still
this
like
in
not
mind,
reasonable time.
Can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For
I have like a
example,
time zone map on
Paimon's
my
struggling
my work desk. I'll have to like look to see what like a reasonable time for me would be to like
That's
occasionally
a long
do that.
story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so
Oh yeah, one of
animated
them
when
was
he
a collector. I
showing
didn't
them to
remember who
me.
was who though.
I knew
So the other
nothing
guy
about
makes
the
blades.
items
This guy's
myself,
the
but
collector.
Seeing how enthusiastic
To include
and
debt,
excited they
he just
made him,
collects debt, and other people
I was
come
happy
to
to
just like
believe
collect
they
that
were
debt.
just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and
Oh
even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for
Obsessive
them. Our
collecting.
expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when
Okay,
he'd
there's
spend
our
hours
connection
down at
between the
warehouse,
blacksmith and
admiring
the,
his weapons
the
even as
collector
debt
guy.
collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance.
I do that with
I'm
all my
happy he has a
figures.
hobby, and
I
I'm
like to
willing to
stare at them
support him.
sometimes. I get
But
it.
making ends meet has to come first.
I actually need to go and clean them
I've
again.
tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell
And
his
let Bear
collectibles and
sleep.
pay off his
Bear's
debts,
actually awake before I
I
am.
would divorce him and take the children with me.
Bear is definitely, I don't know if it's willing, but he's
And
an
that
early
led
riser.
to an argument.
And if it's not that he's
Actually,
willing,
it
I blame his
didn't.
cups.
Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that
Aww.
I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
I don't want to join randomly during the stream though, but I might afterwards. I think I was really tired the last time that you did that. You did the right thing. It's important to set boundaries.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me.
I don't think
The
he
next
was
thing
angry.
I heard was that our warehouse
Most
had
people
caught
wouldn't
fire,
be, I think.
and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I understand. Amin Omayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr.
Dragon's
Nagato.
Fire. Yeah,
sale,
I have
a
like little
fire broke
potions
out
for
at the
Dragon's Fire.
warehouse,
I think I did
and
all of the
both men
monster quests,
disappeared.
and
At
now I
first,
just need to
I
go
assumed
do
they must have
like
gotten
I'm
into
trying to
an
get through the
argument
character
over the
stories,
price.
and
But
then
my
hopefully I
husband
can
has
do
never been
Notland,
one to
and then by that
negotiate.
point then I can start
He
doing
never
like
even
just
haggles when he's
quests
out buying
slash like
groceries,
grind
so
streams or
it's
whatever.
hard to imagine him getting into a
Wow.
fierce argument.
Hello there. Hello.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family,
Oh, thank you for
and
the
I want us to face
follow.
our family's crisis
I think that
together.
leaves me with 3 more left
As
that I
long
need.
as he's willing to turn
Three
over
more
a new
follows,
leaf,
and I hit my
I
500.
know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life,
I used to
quite
do that too,
unusual
quite
for
a
this
quite a
habit
bit.
to change so drastically
Just
over a
sharing my
short
screen of like
period.
whatever I was doing.
But the information we gathered from the other side
I'll get in calls with
suggests
Bear
Amin
sometimes, so that way he
Omayuya
can
is
watch me
also
do
a
my crime scene
mild-mannered
cleaning,
man who
and
would
then he
not
could
be
go to sleep
likely
to it.
start
It's so
an
boring.
This situation is
I
getting
am
a
doing
little
well. I
confusing.
hope you're doing well too.
A little confusing. More like
Is it
completely
Kachi?
mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Thoughts, head empty.
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
I was like, she was going somewhere with that, and it was just kind of like, where's the oil lamp from? They must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. We are still missing crucial information.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there?
This also doesn't seem to connect to the case of the attacker. Unless... no. I don't know. Nope.
Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of
only
Amenoma
vibes,
art,
only thoughts,
not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
That works. Also, I don't know what you call the former lover
Let's
of a
keep
male
going,
employee.
since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance
All
we
right.
may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
But I'm just... The X I get. The Fed's going over my head. All right.
Wait.
Wait? Why would we
I
wait?
hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
I knew we could count on you. I don't remember him having a sound thing. I thought he was just really perceptive.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma.
Oh, you get it? I don't get it.
Tatarigami.
I'm glad you ugly laughed, Bear. I'm like, I'm so dense. I was like, I get the X, but not the FedEx part. What do you call a snowman throwing a tantrum? A snow flurry? I don't know.
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this
Meltdown?
place.
Oh.
But the residue it left behind
That
still
one's
hasn't
good. That one's
dissipated
good.
completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Surely someone would have noticed.
From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
Borderlands is probably rated extremely negative right now due to the creator's comments as of late.
I'll
I think it's being reviewed.
Take a look inside.
Step back, I'll open the door and take a look. That'd be dangerous, sir.
If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this.
After this little cutscene, I can go through my little characters.
Trivial.
I think my Bennett C6. I don't think my... I think the other one is. Okay, so it is the review bombing. That's what I thought.
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
Your first joke was the FedEx one, right? What do you call the former lover of a male employee? A male employee. FedEx. Oh, I just get the X part. You're giving me too much credit. There is a dumb bun redeemed for so many reasons. In the end, it was just a scare, and I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
That was too scary. Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami.
Let's hurry, we can't afford any delay.
Has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
All right, so characters. Boop. These are my peoples that I have. I think I'm pretty sure my Bennett's 6.
Benny's adventure chick.
Yeah, I have him all maxed out. I kept getting cursed by him. I don't know. I say curse. Apparently he's like very, very good, and I do use him as a healer, which is why he's so beefed up on my team. But like I always try and go for someone else, and he's just there. And then she is. Oh wait, hang on. There's my Mora. I've got 2 million. I've got 2 million. That's not bad. Yeah, I only have one constellation of her. And like, I has peoples. I has all the peoples. Not all of them. Can I see? Yeah, constellation unlock level. Who do I have? So I have her max. Her max. Ah, she's almost done. That doesn't count. My Barbara's pretty good. I got a bunch of people at C3. Okay. I was curious. All right, go back to level. Look at the VA for Bennett and okay. So I don't know how I do that. Wait, here? Details?
Oh,
no.
Ow! Where did that come from?
Profile? Christina V, which doesn't surprise me. And then... Yeah, I don't know who these people are. I know Christina V is just really common as a voice actor. I don't know who Jackie Lestra is. I'm not... You guys are giving me too much credit. I am a dumb bun. I live under a rock. The new TOS allows Take-Two to have access to everything on your PC, which if that's true would like... No, I don't think it does that. Oh, cute. Not her. So it's Christina V. Okay. That makes sense. Sorry. Again, very bad with names. Very bad with names. Oop.
It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Alright. This way. Is this all the bad vibes? This way? I'm chasing the mist. As it has
From
no
this
stamps.
point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here.
Yeah, once we're done with
and
Borderlands
seems to
2,
be
we're going to go into
dissipating
Borderlands
slowly.
3 because we did most of the DLC in Borderlands 3, but we didn't finish it. And then Borderlands 2, I never really did all the DLCs. At least not in an order that I remember anything from them. I promise, I played Genshin. I'm just like, I play like once or twice a month. Yes, you're finally allowed to play the Flack, because I always play Flack, because I love him. And then you're like, because you have this like thing where you're like, I don't want to play the same character as someone else. No. And so you just never, everyone likes Flack, and so you never get to play. This time I'm going to be Amara, who I don't think I've really played her at all. So. Yes, thank you. I'm not dumb. My head's just empty. That's the new thing now. I'm not dumb. I'm just head empty. I'll have to go get an emote of that. Since the original point was to get caught up with the story. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up in the story to include the DLCs for the Borderlands. So 2 parts. So what would that compare to? No, I wouldn't. That's a stretch.
Quite possibly.
Because the mist splits does not mean it involves
Let's search
2
the
people.
area.
Because really it involves 3 people. You never finished 3?
Whoa,
3 was
look at all those
fun to
turtles.
play.
They're acting really strangely.
Am I supposed
Something
to go
seems
fight
to be
them?
drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
You've been a naughty boy.
This one's almost dead. There we go.
Hey there! Watch out!
Not more hurdy trolls.
Send up! From Despina with
But can we get along with another dumb bunny? Please share.
Dodge this.
I need to expand my friend group.
This moment will be
Not that there's anything wrong with Bear, but Bear can only be locked in the basement for so long.
Cool it.
And there's also like all these people that are like, I would probably get along swimmingly with you, except you are totally out of my league. Like as like for just like I can't just walk up to them and be like, hi friend.
It's...
Ugh, look at this red stuff. What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
I was wounded by this person. He took my most precious blade. I chased him, but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding, but it seems that some strange power has sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned down my warehouse. It hurts, it hurts. But for some reason, I can't fall unconscious, so all I can do is distract from the pain All I can do to distract from the pain is write. What will happen to these people? I'm sorry to them. I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I am and how blind to my obsession. I must have been cursed. I collected all these strange, bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put all of it together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you, and sorry for letting you down.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato.
Which is weird.
Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So, where is he?
He was not
Don't be
only
upset,
mortally
Bear.
wounded,
I'm trying
but
to give you
also
more
under the
time
heavy
off,
influence
really.
of Tatarigami.
You're like my full-time
Add
friend,
to
and
that
it's
the fact
exhausting, I'm
that
sure.
Zora seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces
Just go
there
up
may
behind
have
them and
been
be
of
like,
his fate beyond
"You're my
after this
friend
point,
now. We're
have
friends."
since been
How do you think
disturbed
I
by
have
the hilly
Bear?
churls.
How do you think he
There's
got
nothing
stuck
more
in
for
my
us to find
basement?
here.
He made the mistake of going, "Hey, this lady will play Borderlands with me." And I'm just like, "Sucker, you're my friends now. You live in basement." That's why he's stuck there. That's why he gets visitations with his family. Bear, no. There's still hope for him. Somebody else has to be in the basement, though. That's the thing. Someone else has to be in the basement. It's what? Tell me that's not how that went. I really abbreviated it, but that's basically what
Stop
happened.
what you are doing. Specifically jumping.
You want me to stop jumping? Okay. Thank you for the sub, 19 months. Okay, I will stop jumping. I would happily be in the basement. It's not great conditions for Bear specifically. All right, so whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, there's since been disturbed by the hilly trolls. There's nothing more for us to find here, so let's ask for the Tanjiro Commission to do a thorough search later, and there are more important things right now.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the
No!
longer we take
Bear
to find
stays,
him,
except for his
the more
vacation next
people
week.
risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right, so let's get moving.
How did it come to this? It's not in his nature.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial
Hello,
arts,
person on YouTube.
the
I'm afraid I
easiest
don't speak
desire to
Spanish.
inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that
No
at first
español.
seemed disparate and disconnected. It seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance,
I
but also
like
zeroes
random
in on the
events.
attacker's identity.
I don't know how tomatoes would make your
Wait,
stomach feel better.
you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
Okay. I am afraid I'll need to take a break and do a quick phone call. Hopefully it's super quick. My parents, anytime they tell me to call them, it's either like 5 minutes or like 20. I'm gonna try and make it like so it's like 5 minutes. But we will be right back. That gives me the opportunity to figure out what my cats are doing too. So, I will shoot for 5. There'll be a timer for 5, so I could be like, "Yo, I gotta go." They do know I stream, but they're not like super tech savvy, so they don't like super think like streaming is like what it is. Try to do that
I
without
didn't
jumping.
know you were such a
Hey,
slacker.
I will restart the timer after the break, and we'll figure it out, okay? Just pause the game. Yeah. But yeah, I'll come back. I will come back. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's get that timer back going. Where the hell is it? It's under Twitch. And boop. There we go. Get that timer back going. No jumping. No jumping for 5 minutes. This will be a struggle. But hello, we're back. My dad was calling for medical advice. So that'll be fun. Okay. I have a plan, but I don't think it will be enjoyed by the no jumping crowd. Okay. Hang on. Because I wasn't said that I couldn't climb. Or glide. I will not climb or glide. I will climb and glide, but I will not jump. You've joined the Discord out of boredom once more? I still appreciate it. As I said, after post stream, I have no problem. Okay. There we go. I fell off. I didn't jump. Now I have to hope that I have enough, like, time to do this. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes? Yes. Oh, no! Ah! Okay, does it work? How have I not gotten that before? I can't jump to go get you, though. There's not... Is there a place high enough for me to get that? I hope so. I hope this is high enough where I can glide to that. Ah, okay. I just had to shove my... Oh, there's a couple of them. You're part of a thing, aren't you? Why is there so many? How do I get and do that? Oh, I can't. Do I just climb automatically on this? Yeah. Okay. I guess no getting that then. Darn it. All right. We have this. Okay. We're doing good.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here?
Or we're just
Is there
sensing the
anything
dark,
special
the
about
dark
this
misty
place?
trails.
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense
okay.
that the aura may
I
have
still can't
lingered
jump,
here
so I
at
gotta wait. I
several
gotta wait out my
different points
timer.
in time.
Show yourself. It's no use hiding anymore.
Ah, it's the guy who attacked us.
Kaidehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Ame no Meyuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Ame no Meyuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Oh, he did have a fancy blade. The blade?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenoma Yuya's body.
Okay.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years
I feel
ago,
like,
I was
the most part, there's
forged
like
by a
random
famed
BS
bladesmith of
go
the
for some
Ishin
of these
tradition.
plots. Because it never seems to come
I
up
was
again.
his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has
No!
something to do
Don't
with
joke
the
about
Raiden
soap
Gokuden.
in your mouth!
Indeed.
No!
At that point in time, he failed to live up to
That
the
was a
Raiden
good one, but
Shogun's
no!
expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation
It's a good one.
of me.
It's a good
He
joke.
not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my
Is
own.
it that he didn't have a leg in the race?
In her conceit,
Hey, he didn't have a leg
the
in the stand
Raiden
on. I was
Shogun
close.
lost
I was
not only
close.
the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become
My supervisor, she's like,
control
hey,
people?
The people of the time in
what's
which I was born
what's easier,
never believed
hot or
I had
cold?
that kind of
And I
power.
sat there like
They saw
freaking
me as a
mathing.
mere
I was like,
blade,
what is this
a sharp
question?
and well-crafted one.
And
But in
someone was
all
like, it's
other
easy to
respects,
catch a
an
cold,
ordinary
and it was like,
weapon.
oh, that
that
it was a
gave me
joke.
the
And I'm over here
opportunity
trying to
to
do
take
like, what
action.
does she mean? What does she
After the death of
mean?
my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and
get over
began
that.
my
What is-
long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home.
So why are we going after Kazuha then?
I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Except I don't think she has a blade anymore. That's
So
her sister
Amenoma
in it.
Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last,
It was a good joke.
I'm approaching my journey's
It was good.
destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come.
Oh, that's why.
Now, give your body over to me!
Now we go fit. Hello. Now we fit. Ow.
Come aboard.
Rewrite history!
You're in for a
Join
little
me
shock.
You are
in
not
some of
wet
that
anymore.
divine light.
Hey there! Watch out!
Freeze!
I can't see. There's too many trees.
Oh, so sorry.
Coming at ya! Ha-ha! Attack! That's the way.
Rewrite history!
Now it's like he actually did it, even though he didn't.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
You're
Meanwhile,
fooling no one.
cannons.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more.
Because they're good dad jokes. These are
Even if you
fantastic.
defeat
I
me
love
here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will.
Then we will smash you to pieces.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
He's so
Your
angry.
fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Wah.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
Hey,
As
hey.
I've mentioned before,
Navia, it's an
the
umbrella,
forms of
not a
Ishin
gun.
art convey the user's
So
thoughts
we didn't
and
actually bring a
feelings.
gun to a sword
Since
fight.
the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask
That would've
me,
been like one of the other
mania
rifle
is
ladies that
probably
I
due
have.
to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am
Navia
your
just
only
throws
hope.
rocks at people. Very
Are
big
you trying to claim
rocks.
that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition
I couldn't
has long
imagine
since
being
become
like
a delusional
an
fantasy.
antique in a hoarder's house.
What would you know about
And I had to
any
be
of this?
touched to be possessed,
I'm just
like to
one
possess
step
something, and
away
you're like,
from
fuck, I'm
achieving my
underneath like this
goal.
20
You
million
returned to Inazuma
newspapers,
to
and I'm
prove
just stuck
the
here
unparalleled
forever.
brilliance of Ishin art.
And then the
But
hazmat
to
people
make
come
this
in
arduous journey,
and like,
you
crap,
committed
this isn't
countless
physical contact because
atrocities
they're in suits,
and
and then
showed a
you're just in a
blatant
trash
disregard
dump.
for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you
being
inherited the
so
secrets
mean.
of Ishin art.
He's like, you are a
But
piece
even
of
as
trash.
you made your journey to honor
essentially
this
what this is all
legacy,
equating
you
to.
treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding.
Like, you are a trash
How
sword,
could you
trash
possibly
person,
unleash
trash
the full
everything.
potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that
Maybe
you
not
are
a person.
most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality.
So are we saving the guy he's
It's
possessing
pointless
or
to
not?
argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you.
Okay.
Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your
But
control.
what about the collector guy?
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is a risky strategy, and you're dealing with a cursed blade that can possess people.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the blade's puppet. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami
Lucifer,
lies in
hello.
intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Not like I can stop you or anything.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Womp womp.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
If something feels off, let me know immediately. I also was just assuming it was going to be an immediate possession.
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Okay, so what are we fighting?
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Ah, that should fit the bill, apparently.
Ah, all right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
No,
it's a
of
pretty
course not.
treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
These are never good ideas. Scooch up. Scooch. Scooch. There we go. Well, now he's intelligent and possessed by a sword. Alright. Oh, hello, beetle. At least I don't have far to climb. That's good. Oh. Doot. Doot. Come on. There we go. Here it is. I was like, occupied holds. It wants me to have an animo character. I have none. That are good. Yeah. I'm like, my first one's like all the way down here. So what we will do is we'll go to Mondstadt. Go to this guy.
Come on, let's get moving.
Arte. Oh wait, shop. And I haven't done this stuff. Now Parte.
After all.
Just what will we come across this time?
Here. All right. Oh gosh, where? No. No. Bad. Bad. Get out. Get out. Since we're here, why do I have a pin here? Why? Ah! I'm just a mess. I'm sorry. I want to go to the Adventurers Guild and go get my commissions. Since we're here.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Dispatch again.
Ad Astra
I like the
Abyssosk.
story.
Thank you for completing today.
But it's one of those, like, I need to do those character stories to help with, like, understanding the characters. Can I just go over here and, like, fly over there? Is that something I'm allowed to do? That looks far, far lazier than I like, than what I was doing before. This works perfectly. But yeah, I like the story. Like, the whole open world concept, I probably would have liked this with a lot of free time, but I'm just doing the story bits. I don't have the, like, mental capacity to min-max everybody. Oh, right. People die when they are killed. Whoopsies! Alright, we'll fix that here in a minute. Hello? No. Hello? You just can't get into... Yeah, I understand that completely. I definitely get it. What's the point of me having characters if you're gonna just make me have him?
Day.
Like, what's the point of me having a party?
Clouds high, the birds call.
Oh, now he just has the sword. Actually, it's a really cool touch that they did.
How are you feeling? You okay?
Falling hurts. Gravity is not your friend,
Blade
buddy.
is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your
I've
mind?
never heard of that. What is rounds?
How strange.
I'm streaming to get through my back.
Trying to control me, he is instead trying
So,
to
there's a
match my
bunch of
fighting
games that I've
rhythm.
just never played.
Let's keep going.
Oh, this one's napping? How dare he?
It's my lucky day.
Wind Strider.
At least this is like super easy. You just do this over and over again.
business.
Fuck him up. Do this
One
thing.
with wind and cloud.
Very high. Very high.
Whoa. Something's up with the blade.
What's going on? It's grown dimmer.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Okay. The sword's gonna break. I'm assuming if it breaks, the other guy's like kinda screwed.
Time to go.
Ooh. I haven't seen. You're like huge. Hello.
Wind Strider.
I do appreciate that the swirl works with like the little the nice little fire lanterns that they put
It
there.
looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
I wasn't.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh?
Is it just a regular
What the-
blade?
Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
The wear and tear is severe. It really looks like it's about to break.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
Will he listen to you? Though the truth is right there in front of him.
I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
There they are! Take them down!
Okay.
Where do they keep coming from?
You shouldn't fight with this blade anymore.
Yep, we can help this time.
Meaning I
Don't
need to
worry.
have my Farina
I'll
out.
use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
So... Okay.
Let me try my...
Oh no, I made one of the fires go out. There we go. Well done. Like all I gotta do is jump up and down.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on
You're
this
like
journey,
glancing through everything. There's like a
you
part 2
lost
to this.
the
That's gonna be
only
interesting.
person who could
It's
have
like way
ever
down the line.
unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He's like, home. I'm going to bed. Good night. Have a nice day.
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single proudest
oh man, I really want to
creation
play this game
back to the land of his birth.
but I don't want to actually go
So he
through
instructed
with
this sentient
physically
blade to find a
playing
way
it.
back to Inazuma, no matter
But, like,
how
the
long
vibes are
or
there.
how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith. That they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Dude, I'm glad I didn't turn around and talk to you. Oh, wait. Hey, hang on. Hang on. Let's make my traveler not so sad. Just for a moment. It would make me feel better. Because right now you want to play Borderlands 2 and Bulls can't be bothered and not exactly sure what I want to do. Shoot.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes.
Aww.
Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness.
I would hate if my objects could like think. They'd be like, why haven't you dusted me in 6 months?
Over time, I lost sight of the difference
I'd
between
be like, I'm
gratitude
sorry.
and grudge.
I have cats. Dust is everywhere.
Did I fail to fulfill his ambition? I also
Barry
defiled it.
looks for excuses to play
finally
Borderlands
seeing
2 on
reality
that list is
clearly.
running new peeps through it.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Ame no Mayuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake
So
his
where's
ambition.
the other guy?
It is the entire purpose
Where's
for
the
my
collector? Did he
existence.
die?
So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Ame no Mayuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
Bear's played all the characters. You don't have to
a lot
convince him to play someone
milder.
else. He probably has
What do
them
you
all.
think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
I caught him playing Borderlands
Thank you
2
all.
earlier. Don't let him lie to you.
When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his
Aww.
sickbed again.
He's like, I want you to be a
Nor
badass
have I
blade.
ever
Sits
had
there
the
and
chance
trusts.
to prove myself in
Dusty
battle
like all
since.
the blues things.
My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Ame no Mayuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you.
What?
You must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Okay. So he finally regains consciousness and the party explains the
I
situation
see.
to him.
He used my body to inflict harm on others.
I
I
have
utterly
a
despise him and his
gauge.
actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me,
on Borderlands 2.
he must still have some
I haven't
remaining
touched
semblance
them
of honor.
since like
If a duel
the
can help
game
to set
came
this
out,
state
though.
of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not
think
wish
my
to be a mere
accent's, like,
victim
level
in this
30.
story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
I get my chest. And didn't we leave? Boop. See, I was like, I never could get into Zero. I was never... Nothing wrong with them. I'm just not a sniper lady. So I could never get into the snipers of the game. That's just like my own little flaw. Oh, whoa.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash.
I know that they're more than just snipers. But that's how I always saw them. Like, people who are like really into Borderlands 2, they're like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. I didn't go on the internet and like look at stuff. I just played. Like, I don't know better. I'm like, oh, he's portrayed as the sniper. Okay, he's the sniper. That's how I tried Aurelia, like to see if I could do it. And I was like, nope, she is the sniper. So I played, what's his name? Timothy? I played Timothy. Sounds like a skill issue, Blue. Absolutely. I'll own up to that.
Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us.
You're right, I didn't have a bear to plan out my build.
Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor
that
also.
sword's gonna break, right? And we're just gonna do the same thing again. Ups and downs.
That hurts.
Ow. Dude! Where'd you go? I can't lock onto you. This is throwing me off. You can't guard. It's cheating. There you go. You missed.
Wind Strider.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedahara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedahara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
Like how it's all sad, depressing, it's raining.
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
This way. Boop. Because it's Robitel only closes door, and then that crashes the game. What do you mean it crashes the game half the time? That doesn't sound good.
When I practice my spells in weather like this, I can do half the work for double the impact. I'm just teasing.
Boop. Dan Huck, Maya, another build. I think that's what Bear's trying to build me up for. I'm not positive. Oh, I just passed it. No. This part. Hello.
Oh, it's Yuya. You have returned.
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
And we tell him about the various things that
A
happened.
prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility.
Oh, interesting.
This
they
is
just
a great
would make
pity.
swords that thought?
But
That's
I have
odd.
some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency tells me that they've found
there we
the
go. I was like,
missing
what
Mr.
about
Nagato.
that guy that collects things?
Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded, but he will live.
Okay. So he's fine.
And
Well,
now
or
that
will be
Yuya
fine.
is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I don't know if it's
I
happy.
think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
What is it?
Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
The decision is yours, and I trust your judgment.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
That was exactly what I was doing, apparently, when Bear picked up my current Maya. I had an infinity pistol, and that was how I was healing him.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
So is he gonna make a new blade?
Right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
I'm assuming that's like his gotcha blade. After leaving the smithy, you learn of the blade's final words.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that
This is a
blinded
dumb
him to
question.
the
Isn't that
path
in the
ahead.
name of the gun, though?
Speaking for myself,
Like, aren't you supposed to know?
I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them.
Ooh, dangerous if you ask me. The remnants of defeated gods are nothing to scoff at.
I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Thank you. I'll hold you to your word. I don't even know if I have you in my little crew.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Hang on. Are you in here? Do I have you? Hang on. If I do this like this, then I'll less likely to miss him. I don't think I have him. I'm shocked. I seem to have everybody else. Apparently, he's just never spooked me. Okay. Don't worry about it, game. I was saying that I need to get more friends and have them kidnapped in the basement to play with. Because Bear needs a vacation, and that's why he's taking one. How many pulls do I have? Probably not enough. I have 6. And I don't need either of these. Oh, hello. He's here. I wouldn't know who to go for, though. I don't have... I don't think I have any of these guys, actually. No, I think I have... No, I don't have her. I don't think I have any of these. I would have no idea who to go for. Yeah, I have 6 pulls, it looks like. I imagine Chiori would be the one I should go with, because she's the newer one. Consider pulling for him. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he was a forgotten and never did obtain that character. Yeah. The second best unit, the game next to not. Oh, okay. What's face points? Oh, fate point, not face points. Okay. Weird. Yeah, I have no monies. So, we can do a couple singles. There's some Gamba! Some light Gamba! I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere, though. I don't think I'm getting anywhere. See, I don't have Kazuha, though. He does like the Gamba. I Gamba to save him money. But I'm currently very free to play coasting on my Genshin now. Oh, okay. See, I don't want the other two. They're like, more Gampa. Donate $50 and I'll do more. So I think that's how much it costs to do like a full like 10 roll. I don't remember now. It's so expensive. But all blues. Now we're poor. Boop. Whale dust? No. Oh, a $10 pool is 22? Still. By the time I get it, it's probably going to be $50. You need to do your Arknight rolls on stream today? I already got him. I actually, I got him already. And it's like so many extra steps for me to stream Arknights. Because every time I was trying to stream, off my phone, everybody and my mother would try and text me, and so it flashes all their names and phone numbers. And if I put it to airplane mode, it doesn't, I can't stream it with the program that I have. It's getting a PC client, because the one that they have currently requires me to do stuff to the computer, and you and I have an agreement to not really do things to my computer right now, because everything just seems to break. So, but I got thorns. I got the new thorns. Can you just not, it's super weird. Because I do not disturb, but my mom does that thing where she texts me in like thought succession, where it freaks out and will push through her notifications. I am also very anti-effort. And I think I might not know how then, if that's the case. Yes. Was I not supposed to go in here? I thought I was supposed to go in here. I am going in all the wrong places. Hello? Oh, we're going to the statue. Okay. Whoa.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed.
So I did it through the Google Play Store, but when I did that, I had to go and turn off something in my computer BIOS, which then flagged like 3 other programs on my computer. And it was like just being super stupid. And so I was like, and that was before I had to wipe my computer last. And it's one of those things like, this is the 3rd full wipe on this computer in like 5 years. So it's kind of like, nah, I'm trying not to do anything to it. Like I'm already really, like I had to, like I can't do Genshin on my PC. I have to do it on PlayStation because Genshin will like freak out my computer. I'm surprised that I'm not crashing even more on Borderlands. If you go into my credits section or for my Twitch, you'll see my PC specs. My PC specs indicate that I should not be having these problems, but I'm having these problems. And so I'm like slowly looking into getting parts and just getting all new, just a whole new computer, which sucks because I love this thing, but it's just not working as it should. So it's just, ugh. And trying to convince my mom, who wants to help me out with it. She's like, oh, does she want like a 1060? I'm like, no, Mom. The 1060 is in your computer because I upgraded to a 3060. I don't need to go backwards. And she's just like, oh, what about a 3080? I'm like, I have a 3060. That's not much of an upgrade. It drives you up the wall. Yeah, me and Bear have the exact same computer. So him going like, what's going on? Like the only difference between our computers is he has a 2070 graphics card, and then I have more RAM. Like that's the only difference is I have the newer graphics card and I have more RAM. That is the only difference between our computers. See, like, nah, I just have it on PlayStation. So I'm just playing it off PlayStation, so it's more stable. Because it's also, when you do it on PC, you have to go through so many extra hoops to capture it on OBS. It's stupid. 2070. Yeah. And I've got a 3060. Just a plain old 3060.
The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amano Mayuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier
But yeah,
offer,
I'm just kind
I
of
wish to
slowly
give you
looking
my
into it.
answer.
I think I've been convinced
Please,
into just
take a
getting a
look at this
4090
blade.
What's this?
as like my next one.
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
You would like to do a great
The
value
Kaidahara
build? You
clan has
should.
always been a
It's fun
family
in
of
3.
bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me
I don't
to
know how
continue
well
on this
that works
path.
in 2.
Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well. I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never
Hello, Monochrome! It's been a minute. Hello, thank you for the raid. You do allegiance? Yes, that includes grenades and shields too. Hello! You're catching us at the end of Kazuha's quest. Hello, hello. I almost exited out of OBS. That would have been super bad. What were you doing? What were you playing? You were playing Warframe. I hope you had a good stream. Suppress the pain for a while. Wait, yay. No, you shouldn't be in pain. No pain. Pain is bad. But thank you for the stream.
However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself
raid.
in need of the shogunate's
Thank you for streaming and raiding.
please do not hesitate
My
to
brain
inform
is
me.
fried.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
RBG
I'll
emote.
probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
That should be it.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with
Oh, they just
Nikita.
gave me the blade. Okay.
Anna was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else? And as for your brother... whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
That's interesting that they're like, go talk to Nahida. And it's like, she's got a few more quests in front of her first. Like, we gotta get through those. We can't just jump to hers. That'd be mean. I got the new sword. Do I actually have a new sword though? There we go. I do. I just straight up do. Nice. I have so much stuff. Oh my god. There's so much. Oh no. Do I? Oh no. I have her with. I have Arlecchino with just a regular spear. I'm trash. I did. Yeah, I know he's got his other one that I could do, which is. Wait. No, wait. What? Did I pass it? Where does his other one go? Where is his other one? I thought he had a part 2. Hang on. What? It's not a story. Oh, okay. Like, I thought I saw he had a part 2. I was like, wait a minute. No. No more questing today. Today will be short stream. Not too much shorter. Only by like 30 minutes. I'm allowed to melee. So, let's see. Oh, let us go see who we can cover since we got raided. My original intent was not to go. There we go. Now I can put it over here. My original plan was not to raid, but. Oh, we can go bug Linny. I haven't actually interacted with her too much, but we can go bug Linny. So we'll go pass on the raid love to Linny. So we'll go do that. My raid message will pop up. Be nice. She's very nice. And we will be back tomorrow doing the K event for Nikkei. But otherwise, we're just gonna kind of cut it and run. I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And I posted the Discord for the people who are lurking. There's quite a few of you that are new names in each side of the YouTubes and stuff. Yep, butts are tomorrow. All right, let's go say hi to Linny. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
That place isn't even worth mentioning.